Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel and DC. My hair just did something weird. My name is Benny, that is Hassan, and that is Sal. And today we're going to be discussing the possibility that Hugh Jackman is going to primarily be CG in Deadpool 3. It's an article I read with a very good, valid point, and I want to discuss it with you guys. But today's episode is brought to you by Gamer Supps. Yes, I have a waifu cup shaker here, but we have citrus lemonade and we have gamer farts. Both of those are great flavors. Sal is like, what did Benny sign us up for?
But seriously, let you go for it.
That's our newest sponsor for energy drinks, Gamer Supps. They're all about shit posting and having fun, and I agree with that, so we swapped over to them. Use the code COMICS at checkout. Get yourself some of these limited edition waifu cups. These things sell out in like 3 hours. I'm not even joking. I'm not going to lie. Part of the reason I wanted to swap over to them is I don't have to watch the count anymore. Now they just send them to me. So anyway, guys, today I read an article, and I was like, actually, it makes sense. The article was titled, Wolverine, high chance that Hugh Jackman's going to CG in most of his Wolverine stuff in the new Deadpool movie. And my first reaction was your reaction on your face, Sal. No. Like,
yeah, no.
But they brought up a very valid point. Hugh Jackman is 54. In Logan, he got in shape, but wore the suit so you couldn't see him like ripped. And the ripped version of him at the ending was a de-aged CG version of him.
Yeah.
So do we think that it's probable that is he 54 now or is he 54 in the last one? Hugh Jack, he's in his mid-50s.
In his 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is 54 right now.
Okay.
Wants to get in that kind of shape again? Or do we think that he's going to be in really good shape? Like, don't get me wrong. I don't see Hugh Jackman showing up with a belly. This is still going to be, he's still going to be ripped, but like, then we CG in a lot of Hugh Jackman beyond that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's a great idea. I honestly, like, they've made leaps and bounds from the time of Logan to now, but they do have like a 3D completely like imaged version of his ideal physique.
Yeah.
If that helps and it takes the burden off of Jackman and allows him to just do what he wants to do or needs to do without having to like also like beat the hell out of his body in order to like get to that point, like I say go for it as long as it's not noticeable. I don't want to see like a weird floaty head CG kind of nonsense. But like,
I think
hello Wade.
it's Hugh Jackman. I think he's gonna go for the workout. Obviously he'll never look Days of Future Past again, nor should he, nor should any human being, honestly. That is an absurd way to
Isn't that
exist.
the one where he said he just didn't drink water? Like he said it was the worst thing he ever did?
Yeah, I mean, he was like, there's that opening scene where he shows up in the past and he's shirtless and he fights a bunch of guys with bone claws. And he looks ridiculous. Incredible, but ridiculous. So we're not going to see that Hugh Jackman. I imagine that, it's MCU's first outing. They're going to put him in a suit. They're going to put him in a suit. They have to put him in a suit. It's the MCU. It's not Fox. It's not going to be a leather costume, a jet black leather. So we're going to get that, and I'm sure Hugh Jackman still looks good. Also, for 50, he stays very active anyways. He's constantly doing, like, crazy physicality Broadway performances and the kind of, like, power it takes to just, do that. I imagine you have to stay in really good shape to run around 5 nights a week in New York for 3 hours and belt singing and dancing and all that stuff. So,
well, that's what I said. I'm not picturing Hugh Jackman being like, "What's up, Wade?" Like I don't see like beer gut Hugh Jackman showing up to the party.
But hey, if we get beer gut Wolverine, will you guys complain? I won't complain.
No, I'm fine with that too.
Be like, what are you doing here?
Just like another angle of this that makes it more like. It's not an unknown fact that Marvel has been skimping on its visual effects lately.
What?
I use She-Hulk as Exhibit A.
I never saw.
Benny,
I never
She-Hulk
saw.
looked
Like,
perfect. What are you talking about?
yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder look great.
Oh
yeah, She-Hulk
I'm sorry. I forgot we had the
like
stands
a porcelain
here. Anyway.
doll.
Yeah.
This will most likely be the first X-Men for Ray on the MCU.
Yeah.
So if they go
Except
heavy
for Professor
CG. Do you think they're going to
And
skimp
Miss
on it,
Marvel.
or do you think we're going to? Well, yeah. I mean, ignore all that. This is the first movie.
This is the first one everyone's really excited about. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he showed up, but was it like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and Professor X too?
Right. Yeah. No.
So this is the first X-Men themed movie. Like this,
Yeah.
they are the prominent feature.
True X-Men movie. Yes.
Right.
I agree.
Do you think that they're going to risk it on bad visual effects, or break the bank, or he'll just get in shape?
He'll get in shape.
I think he'll get in shape, but not like I think he'll get like Cavill shape, where it's like, no, I'll work out, but like I'm not gonna kill myself. And because the fact is, like Hassan said, like if he's gonna wear a suit, the suit's gonna be fake. Like they wouldn't even fit Krasinski for anything. They just were like like so he'll just have if he ever wears that suit, they'll probably have him wear that for the majority of his time. And if that's the case, they'll be like, we'll just erase any love handles or any other like problems and just put it on.
And you know what? I'll go on a different thing. I think they'll make the physical suit because of the promo. Deadpool has always been known for its promo, right? Yeah. And Ryan Reynolds has the physical suit, and he does commercials and things that they're not going to pay to CGI. I imagine, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds are going to go on Fallon as Wolverine and Deadpool and sit in the chair and get interviewed in character.
That'd be dope, man.
Didn't Ryan Reynolds go in costume on like Jimmy Fallon and stuff like that?
I'm sure he did. Because he's done 1,000 things. I mean, technically the first, Fox property we got in the MCU was Deadpool. It was Deadpool and Korg sitting on a couch talking about movies. Talking about Free Guy, right? Wasn't it a Free Guy
Yeah, it was Free Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So not even related to anything else. But
exactly.
I think we're going to get to see it. I'm very, very excited. I still haven't seen Logan because it's like I've saved it. I've been saving it for years. Stopping myself. It's my I love
There's
Wolverine.
no other movie to link it to. It's not like, I got to watch Logan right before I watch
No. I'm
this
saving
other
it
thing.
for me.
When?
Soon, I'm sure, because there's going to be more of him, but I wanted to savor the last, I'm always going to have one more Logan thing that I can watch.
Spoilers, Logan dies.
Yeah, no, everyone told that for me like the first week it came out. I understood that, okay?
Yeah.
But, there's a show called Community, and up until they announced the movie, I had 2 episodes of Community I deliberately never watched, even though I watched the whole show 5 times. Because I always
But what
wanted
were
to know
you
I'd have a
saving
little
Logan for? We had no idea it was coming back for Deadpool 3.
No, I was just saving it for a rainy day that I was like, if I'm at rock bottom, I have a movie that I heard is amazing. I heard is amazing, and that pays that is loving and respectful to a character and an actor I really appreciated. So this is
I'm going to agree with our chat on this one, Hassan. For shame. For shame.
Okay. I've seen everything else. I have to be updated on everything. I know Logan is inconsequential to as far as like me being like, oh, what happened here, whatever. So I saved it, Benny. I saved it so I could have you guys don't have like a bottle of liquor somewhere that's really expensive and fancy that you're like, this is for my rainy day liquor.
Right.
That's my
a
rainy day
thing.
movie.
Yeah. That's fair.
I mean, I have that with liquor, but we're at there's new movies all the time, dude.
Yeah, have you watched the new movies? Because I've been watching them. I've been really upset. You want me to save Multiverse of Madness, Benny?
No.
How's that going to make me feel?
Can you imagine?
You don't save a superhero movie as your rainy day movie.
Which I wouldn't have saved any other superhero movie, but I heard.
So what's your rainy day movie? Ghostbusters, I bet, right?
No, yeah. I mean, I do love Ghostbusters. Empire Strikes Back is usually my rainy day movie.
I have rainy day movies as in like these are my favorites and I will rewatch to make me happy. This is my like.
But how do you know Logan's not going to be a favorite?
Yeah,
it might be, but I heard it was good enough that it was worth saving to have a special moment for myself.
Well, are you going to watch it in black and white or the regular?
There's a black and white version?
Yeah, see, this is what you've been missing.
Okay, sorry, I did miss that. I didn't know that. I'm going to watch it in regular, though. I much prefer color, but
all right.
I watch my westerns recolorized. I'm kidding.
Anyway, back to the topic on hand. Hugh Jackman getting in shape or not. I think he's going to get in good enough shape that I could see him getting on screen shirtless and being like, yeah.
We got the one shot moving on.
Right, and then he leaps and then it's CG Wolverine leaping.
I mean, the reality is if he does anything physical, it will be CG. As I cite literally any MC movie made in the last 5 years where I've seen like characters jump and I'm like, why did you CG that? We've had 100 years of wire work.
Yeah.
And Daredevil just turned into a cartoon character.
And he loved that. And the actor died. Charlie Cox was like, they're using more CG, and I love it. It looks so cool. He goes, I'm gonna be more like Daredevil. I'll do flips because I can't do flips.
Right. But that's what the wires are for. He looked like a cartoon character.
Okay, then let me ask you this. If we think that they're going to CG Hugh Jackman, do you think that they'll CG Ryan Reynolds? Because I feel like he did a lot of practical stuff in the Fox
That's why he wears
side
that suit. That suit is CG. No,
I think that if they're doing Wolverine, he'll probably have a cowl, which I'm crossing my fingers. Like I've never been a person that's like hugely in love with the comic book Wolverine in the sense of like, I can't live without it. How dare you put Wolverine on the screen without the cowl and everything?
Yeah.
That's it. It looks cool. So if they're going to go that route, I think stunt work with the stunt double would be far better. I've recently been watching a lot of Talkville, which is the Smallville podcast with Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling, and they talk a lot about the stunts and how early on they were like, I'm going to do this stunt, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And later they're like, don't be stupid. The stunt guy gets paid, and he gets paid per stunt that he does. Let him do the work. It will look better on screen. Trust me. So I think that between Ryan Reynolds and what do you call it, Hugh Jackman, they're just going to be in their suits, and they're going to be having stunt doubles.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Ryan just finished his CGI parade with, what was it, Free Guy? I think he's had enough CGI Ryan Reynolds for a while.
That's true. Oh my god. Yeah, there was a lot of that. Although now that they've had it, like we've got the model, we're good. We can use it. We can use it everywhere.
I wonder how that works. Like, hey, I want to use the model from this other studio. Can I just buy the existing model that you made? And
They own the studio, don't they? They own the studio that made that.
Free Guy?
Yeah, Free
I
Guy's
think
Fox.
so.
Yeah, because Disney did promo for it.
Oh yeah,
it's on Disney
Disney
Plus.
owns Free Guy, and
Okay,
that's
it's
true.
owned by. Okay, so they own it already then.
It's really intuitive how they're able to port models from like such different softwares to like other companies using those CGI models, because they did it with what do you call it, Hulk most recently, because that production team obviously wasn't using the same studios as Avengers Endgame, but that was Avengers Endgame Hulk looking fantastic and cleaned up next to She-Hulk. Right. I laughed at the show a lot, so.
Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick little discussion. But what are your thoughts? Do you think that they're going to CGI Hugh Jackman, or do you think that he'll get into that crazy shape again? I'm kind of on the fence because I know they could spend the money to make the CGI good.
Yeah.
The problem is they just stopped doing that.
Yeah. That's right. They're like, well, why would we? No one seems to care.
Yeah.
Stop.
All right, well, we'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for joining us.